Hey guys, it's me, Drew. Welcome back to my channel, and I am so excited to share with you guys a new Kringle Candle launch. Kringle Candle will be launching 6 new fragrances this Friday, December 6th, 2024 at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 3 in the Reserve line, which if you've been with me for any length of time, you know the Kringle Reserve line is my tried and true, my standard, my favorite candle to purchase, my favorite candle collection to talk about, to gift, to share here on the internet. I love the Reserve line with the solid black jars and the beautiful labels that just really stand out against that black background. And then they also have 3 in their classic line, which will be called the Winter Flight Collection, which are a little bit more outdoorsy, a little bit more conceptual, really exciting fragrances. Kringle did send these to me in PR to review for you guys. As always, these are my honest and true opinions. I am an ambassador, which means if you use my code DrewYauch15, I'll link that down below, you do get 15% off your purchase, and these will be launching on Friday, December 6th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Reserve line will retail for $34, and then the Classic line will retail for $31. So let's get started without further ado. All right, let's start with the Winter Flight Collection. So they are in the Classic 2-wick 22-ounce soy wax candles, 100% soy wax. You guys know I absolutely love this formula from Kringle. I've been burning so many more 100% soy wax candles in my life this year, and I get great performance from them. I really love the strength and throw. I love the burn. I love the way that they look. I just really love that 100% soy candles performance. So these will be launching on Friday, and the first one in this collection is called Winter Frost. So we have more of like a sepia, black and white colored label, little winter scene there. And the notes are floral, herbal, mint, green, musk. Now, this is definitely green. It's interesting to me because when I smell this, I instantly get like spring. I don't get winter, even though the fragrance and the label are screaming winter. The scent does not scream winter to me. This smells very much in that category of like fresh cut lilacs from Bath and Body Works, that fresh bamboo fragrance, any of those really green, fresh spring fragrances, which when I first opened the jar, I was really confused. I'm like, does not smell like a winter fragrance at all. This is totally a bright green spring fragrance, which I know Kringle does some very interesting fragrance combinations, especially with like the labels not really representing the notes. However, how many of you are with me? Christmas is over. It's still super, super cold outside, but you're over the winter fragrances and you want to burn something spring. I know I do. I'm ready for that springtime in like the end of winter. And I feel like this candle will be perfect for like that January, February where you are over the cold, even in March. And this gives those bright spring vibes. I don't necessarily get the mint in here. I just get like really fresh, botanical spring floral. Really interesting. I can't wait to hear what the other ambassadors think of this fragrance, but definitely to me, it is a springtime fragrance. So if you're looking for maybe like a winter scene, but you don't love Christmas fragrances, definitely give this one a try. Definitely going to be a February, March candle for me. Next, we have Arctic Highway. Now look at that label. This is fun. This looks like you could just drive for miles and miles and miles, and oh my god, that scene looks like it is so cold out in that picture. Whoops. Now the notes on Arctic Highway are wood, fir, floral, sandalwood, amber, and sweet. Now this one's interesting. It's a little bit harder to describe. Definitely a bedroom fragrance. Like this smells like one that you could light up when company's coming over and nobody would really get offended by it. It's a light, sweet sandalwood. I get a little bit almost like a body cream that you, or a body wash that you would wear that was marketed as something that will pair nicely with a lot of other fragrances. I think this will be a very nice blender fragrance, maybe with more conceptual, more perfumey fragrances. Definitely a hard one to describe. I'm not getting much fur. When I saw the note fur, I definitely thought, oh, okay, this is going to be like a Christmas tree type of fragrance, but it's not. It's definitely more of that sweet, cozy, warm, sandalwood, amber. Yeah, see, all like wood, sandalwood, and amber. That's definitely what I'm getting in that combination here. That rich, sweet, woodsy floral. It's really, really pretty. I'm actually almost done with a candle in my bedroom, and I think I'm going to light this one up next because it definitely screams bedroom. I think you'd be disappointed if you lit this in a living room or a dining room in like an open concept area. I feel like the fragrance would get lost, but I think it will be very pleasant and nice in a bedroom setting. A smaller space where you really want to enjoy that fragrance, but I don't think it's going to suffocate you. And listen, I know that all these people, I mean, including me on YouTube, like I love a strong strength and throw. I do. I want it to knock me out of the house. But sometimes it's nice to have a subtle fragrance in a smaller bedroom, you know? So I'm excited to try that one. And then the last one in this collection is Tranquil Winter. Now, does this not feel like the word tranquil? This scene looks like it's silent. You could sit outside and the only thing you hear is the wind blowing in that picture. So it is beautiful. Now the notes on here are fir, herbal, apple, spice, wood, and musk. So from gathering, this is really pretty. This is definitely fir. You can definitely smell that Christmas tree essence in there with that really green tree. And you pick up on apple. It's a crisp apple, almost leaning towards like an apple skin versus like a juicy apple. So it has a bite to it. It has a nice sharpness, a nice green. The apple might not be totally ripe yet, but you've already picked it. It's really pretty. Herbal, it just says herbal, so you're not really going to get a ton of notes out of this, like as far as is it sage, is it green? It is, you do get the fir, so fir mixed with herbal. All of those green fragrances are sort of going to harmonize together and create this really cozy Christmas atmosphere. This is a beautiful interpretation of a Christmas tree, and I think Kringle does such a great job on Christmas tree fragrances. I'm actually burning in my living room, dining room, kitchen area, 2 Wishing for Christmas from last year. That's that like Christmas tree and sugar cookie fragrance. It is available now in the Country Candle line. It is such a great fragrance. It's amazing what you can do with Christmas tree. Coming from a self-proclaimed Christmas tree fragrance hater, I don't love like fresh balsam or anything like that. But if it's mixed with a lot of other notes and it turns a little bit more conceptual, I do really enjoy it. And I think this is what you want if you still want that holiday Christmas tree fragrance. And listen, these launch on the 6th. Christmas will be in less than 20 days. You want something that's going to lead you through the winter, through the holiday, not just to Christmas, you know? And I feel like this is going to hit that mark for you. So this is, again, a really pretty fragrance. I would say, if I rank them, I think Arctic Highway is my favorite out of the 3. I think Tranquil Winter is number 2. And I think Winter Frost is number 3 only because I love, like, fragrance-wise, this is my favorite. But for being marketed as a winter fragrance, this is a spring fragrance. Totally a spring fragrance for me. So because of that, it's in last place. But if I'm going by scent-wise, this is my favorite scent. Now let's move on to the Reserve line. Now, I think the one that's getting the most buzz online from pictures is Gingerbread Frosting. Now, let me tell you, I am so excited for this one. I love a gingerbread. I love that warm cookie icing type of fragrance. This is not that. I'm honest. I have not lit it. I don't like the fragrance on cold. The notes are pastry, vanilla, spice, sweet, berry, and cream. So I was expecting like a great gingerbread. No, this is like I don't get any ginger. Ginger's not even listed in the notes. It almost smells like if you're gonna buy a spiced cookie perfume. So there's no, like, this does not smell authentic to a gingerbread cookie at all. I don't really get any of that sweet frosting. It kind of tickles my nose, actually, when I smell it. But a lot of gingerbread fragrances, too, can also lean like ginger ale, and I do not like that. I don't like ginger, period, but I like gingerbread. But gingerbread is a scent that I feel like more people do wrong than right, or in their own way, but not the way that I like it. And this is, I can't get behind it. I don't know. And I was so excited. I absolutely love the label. I, of course, am going to light it and see how it performs for me, because it might transform on cold or on warm. A lot of fragrances do. Jelly Donut from the Reserve line. I absolutely love it on cold, but when I burn it, it is even better. Like, it transforms into like an obsession, like borderline obsession. I'm obsessed with Jelly Donut. And this, on cold, it's just not doing much for me. It's just, I was expecting this really grand, rich gingerbread cookie type of fragrance, and it's not. It's way more spice forward. And yeah, so I'll be curious to see how this does on warm. But if you like that gingerbread, or if you like those ginger fragrances, I think you'll like it. I was just expecting a little bit more of a gourmand bakery foodie fragrance, and I did not get that from it. This guy, Winter Crystal, obsessed with the label. I love this intricate blue snowflake on that dark, stark black background. So pretty. Now, there's a lot of notes in here. The notes are crystallized vanilla sugar, rose quartz, amber citrine, silver birch, and shimmering musks. So this is, again, very conceptual, very different. This is pretty. This is perfumey. This is perfumey. And it seems like this candle is going towards the trend of these type of vanilla sophisticated fragrances in perfume, in, you know, designer fragrances. I definitely get vanilla sugar. There's definitely that like crisp, bright vanilla that's leaning perfumey. The rose quartz, amber citrine, shimmering musk. So those are all very conceptual notes, right? You're not really going to get, you're not, you know, rose quartz in real life doesn't really have a smell. So you're taking the essence of like, what is a rose quartz going to smell like? Is it going to smell like a rose? No, it's going to smell, you know, pretty. It's going to lean a little perfumey. This is definitely a perfumey fragrance. I really, really enjoy it though. There's a note in the background though that's throwing me off, but I like it. I don't know if it's just the crystal of the sugar, you know, giving you that crystallized sugar. I'm not sure, even though it is just beautiful. So if you like those vanilla, perfumey, leaning like, I'm thinking Sniff Vanilla Vice, Bath & Body Works Vanilla Romance, Billie Eilish Vanilla, like any of those mixed with like a little bit stronger of a perfume element towards the background, I think you'll really like this. It's very different, very, very pretty though. This is, again, another one that I think will do really well in a bedroom. It has that sexy, sophisticated evening type of vibe. And then last but not least, in the Reserve line, we have Champagne Bliss. So this is New Year's, right? You're cracking open the bubbly, you're celebrating another year, toasting into a new one. And the notes are citrus, effervescence, cassis, floral, white grape, and fruit. And this is effervescent. Like, the second you pop this out, it smells like you popped open a bottle of champagne. I'm not gonna lie. The first time I smelled it, I was like, oh, this smells very similar to Champagne Toast. And Champagne Toast, everybody knows, it is the most basic Bath & Body Works fragrance that you can get. And this gives that essence, but turns it up a notch. To me, Champagne Toast smells like a fruity, bubbly drink that's been out all day, so it's flat. This has that effervescence. You just popped open the bottle of champagne. The bubbles are flowing. They're tickling your nose. and you're getting that element of freshness, of crispness. This is really pretty. I don't necessarily, it just says citrus, so citrus is left to interpretation. Is it grapefruit? Is it orange? Is it lemon? Is it lime? Is it a combination of all of them? We don't know. It just says citrus. But to me, I pick up on grapefruit and like almost like a blood orange. Like it has that really bright orange. It's so pretty though. If you like those citrus fragrances, I think this will be really nice. I am going to light this up in the new year. I mean, it screams New Year's, and it is such a fun celebratory label. I think if you like the Champagne Bliss in one room, and what's the other one from the Reserve line? Is it called Poppin' Bottles? I have never smelled that, but it gives those vibes, right? You have that sophisticated, elegant, celebratory fragrances. So really like those. If I had to rank the Reserve line, I'm not going to lie, this is not my favorite collection of Reserve. I was looking forward to them. I'm definitely liking more of the warmer fragrances in the Reserve line, and the gourmands. I think Kringle really shines. I know my least favorite is the Gingerbread Frosting. I mean, I'm just going to put that out there. Winter Crystal's definitely number 2. Again, I love it. It's really pretty. It is just that like perfumey vanilla fragrance, but I really love the way that they did Champagne Bliss. So if I would pick 2 fragrances out of this collection, I would get the Champagne Bliss and the Arctic Highway. I think these are really awesome fragrances. Definitely different moods. This is that celebratory, bright, fruity. Arctic Highway is that calm, relaxing, sweet, warm bedroom fragrance. So let me know if you're picking up any of these on the Reserve line. I know this time of year can be a little tricky. You know, we're all trying to spend money on others and not for ourselves. Are you gifting any of these candles? You know, have you tried any of the 4 wicks from Kringle yet? I am loving the 4 wicks. That apple cider donut was perfection. I have not lit the Kringle jelly donut 4 wick. I'm saving that for the new year, but I definitely want to try that and document my journey for you guys. So as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you use my code Yauch15 to save 15%. Subscribe, hit that notification bell down below. That way you're alerted every time I upload a video here on YouTube. Make it a better world and be kind. I love you guys. Bye.